What is up, guys? It's your boy, aka Benny P, here with another Minecraft Bedrock video, 1.12 plus. So today we're going to be talking about a village trading center slash iron farm. So basically, we have 14 villagers on this side, 14 villagers on this side, which adds up to 28. The requirements for an iron farm is to have 10 villagers and 21 beds. So what this allows us to do is have enough villagers and enough beds, and then we have all these people to trade with as well. So let's see, this guy has quick charge 3. So anyway, you can use this as a village trading center, but if we're going to build a village trading center, why not take advantage of the mechanics and get some iron drops as well? So this is our spawning platform here. It's 3 blocks below the beds and the lecterns here. You can see we just went down 3 blocks, made a big 16 by 16 spawning platform with the 4x4 hole. And then down here, if we take a look at our killing mechanism, we're using a trident killer here. And then that's just dropping into a bunch of chests. So if you see these crazy circuits here, this outer hopper clock is set to 1 minute, and when 1 minute hits, it pulses this red line here, which allows one item go through this hopper clock over here. And this one is set with 60 items inside of it, so that sets it to 60 minutes. Because every 1 minute it gets a pulse, it passes another item, and then finally this will pulse once it gets that full minute. And then this will become active for a second, which will push this piston up and push the red stone block up. So I did 3 1-hour tests here. So this one ran for an hour. This hopper clock was set to 2 hours because I didn't want this one to lock until after the 2 hour limit. And then this one was set to 3 hours. So on the 3rd hour, this one popped up. So that way we locked all these hoppers, and we can see the amount of stuff we got in 1 hour's increments. So the first hour, almost 4 stacks of string, 27 iron ingots, and 10 poppies. And then this one was a little light. We got 3 stacks of string and 14 iron ingots, and this was one of our best ones. We got 3 stacks of string and 35 iron ingots. And then, you can see we actually just got a iron golem die there. This one's been running it's been over an hour. It's probably been 2 hours since this one's ran. So you can see we have 50 iron ingots here. So this is the concept of the farm. Again, these circuits are just for testing. You don't have to worry about those for your purpose. But we've been doing some testing, and this is all. So the reason I decided to go with a trident killer is because I want to take advantage of looting 3 on my sword. So if you have a sword with looting 3 and something dies inside of here, it's going to give you more drops than it would if you didn't have looting on. So basically these tridents, when they kill something, you get the looting 3 effect because you have a looting 3 sword on. So basically you should get more iron drops and more string and more poppies if you have a looting 3 sword on. So the next test I want to do is I want to reset all of this and then trial this over again and see what we get when we have looting 3 sword instead of just a regular, just sitting there AFK without one. The last thing I want to talk about is the way these trapdoors are set. So you could use bottom slabs here if you want, but you want to put some kind of block on the bottom of this block. That way there's enough clearance inside of here for iron golems to actually spawn and then slide all the way to the middle. You can see there's 3 blocks of clearance where the water is. That way the iron golems can actually be pushed to the center. So that's why we have trapdoors set like this over this area, so you can walk across and get to your villagers. And then the last thing to talk about here is this ring of glass. So during my testing, I noticed that we were getting cats and things spawn in these 2 blocks here when they were set to full blocks. So we made them non-spawnable blocks. That way we don't get any cats spawning here. and no iron golem spawn here. So like I said, this test has been running for about 5 hours, and we've never gotten an iron golem or a cat to spawn here. So that makes sure that all of our spawns are happening inside that chunk of water source in there, so that way everything gets flushed in the middle and killed correctly. So anyways, give me 1 minute and I'm going to reset all this, and then I'm going to rerun all my tests for maybe another 2 or 3 hours, and we'll see the kind of rates we get compared to these if we get increased rates holding this looting 3 sword. So that's the plan, so I'll see you guys in a little while.
Alright guys, learned something new today. So in here, if we look at the Iron Golem JSON, this is from a behavior pack that I'm working on for a different project. Basically, there are no looting effects on Iron Golems, so you can get a min of 3 or a max of 5 iron ingots, and looting doesn't affect it at all. Same for cats, there's no effect for the dropping of string for looting. But if we look at this zombie, you'll see that there is a random chance with looting that adds some chance here. And there's also, for rotten flesh, you can drop 0 to 2, and if you have looting, you can drop an extra rotten flesh possibly. So, that whole second test I was going to do is basically null and void because iron golems don't have the looting enchantment anywhere. So we're just going to cut to a world where I'm going to build step by step the farm. So, alright guys, I'm in this brand new world, and we found this chunk on this island, which I'm going to use just because I can light it up easier and keep mobs off of it spawning during the night. I've cleared out this chunk right here, so let's just finish clearing this out real quick. Perfect. Okay, so we got this chunk cleared out, and that's where we're going to start building. So first thing we need to do is figure out where our center is. So all you need to do is just build diagonally with blocks. Just dig in and place your blocks all the way across this chunk diagonally, all the way to the other edge. You don't really have to go all the way, but we will for our purposes. In this corner, we're just going to go all the way to the middle, and that'll show us exactly where the middle of the chunk is. Perfect. Okay, so there's our middle square. So that's where we want to start building. So I'm going to put down a bed right here, and I actually need to set this to night. So let's go ahead and change the time here. Just make this a lot easier if it's we probably want midnight though. Sorry, let me change that again. Let's go time midnight. Perfect. So you'll see now they'll jump in the beds, and you can go ahead and put a workstation down for them. Perfect. Bed here. Guy. Workstation. So you kind of see how they're placed here. You want the pillow of the bed on this center block, and you're just going to build out to the left and the right of this. So you're going to put your villager in each side. If you're doing this in survival, you're going to want to get 2 villagers on each side, 1 on each side, or 2 on each side, excuse me. And then you're going to want to build up the structure I build after I put in all my villagers. Basically what you're going to do is just this. You're going to build this up, and you're going to place a half slab right here so they can't get out, and then you would want to put sides on this as well. Just build it where they can't get out of this section, and then you can place beds all the way to the left and all the way to the right. You can throw them carrots and things and breed them up that way. So if you're not in creative, that's what you'll want to do. But if you're in creative, you can just do what I'm doing and just throw down beds and put the villagers in it. Again, night's the easiest time to put villagers in and out because they'll just find their beds a lot easier, go to sleep, and that way you can start building that way. So I'm going to build this out, and I'll cut to the next part of the video once I'm done. Alright, this is the last villager and his station. You can see we have a baby villager in here, that's fine. I'm going to set this back to night again so they don't freak out. Time. Midnight. Yeah. We also have a nitwit in here. I'll probably get rid of that guy. Kill the nitwit. And let's throw in another villager right there. Perfect. I don't know if he connects to the right one though. Yeah. Hold on one second. I think he's connected to this one, and that guy's connected to the wrong one. You connect to that one, and you connect to this one. Perfect. And when this guy grows up, he'll connect to that one. Perfect. Alright, now we need trapdoors. We're going to put trapdoors down the right side. So I'm going to grab these guys here. Perfect. And we're just going to put a row of trapdoors all the way across here. On top of these lecterns. You may not need to do this. I would do it just as a safety precaution. Just to make sure these guys stay in here. So now I like to get light blocks and put them where the pillows are. So this lights up that whole area. Do it on the other side as well. 3 high, 2 across. Perfect. You can see we've already started our slabs here. We're just going to extend these all the way to the edge. And I'm going to kill this guy because he's going to try to kill our villagers. Get out of here. Get out of here. Die. 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 It takes way too long to kill these guys without a... Alright, luckily I don't... Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no, it's all going bad. It's all going bad. I think we'll be alright if I can get rid of this guy. Maybe if I put him over here, he can't get back to us. Okay, that went good. So, let's move this where this guy can get back to his bed, I guess. I think we're going to have to spawn in another villager as well. Maybe he can get back there now.
20 minutes later.
Alright, so just act like that never happened, and put your light blocks back in here. Yeah, you may want to make a perimeter around this where mobs can't spawn just while you're building this, so that way you don't get what's happened to me, because that makes this a lot harder to build. So again, yep, we're just going to put these half slabs all the way across, and this is a top block half slab on the second light block there is where you want it. This cat is annoying. He'll find his bed eventually. Okay, now you're going to want to build in an L shape right here. Like that. We're going to have to do this quick because it's about to go daylight. So you're just going to put in these trapdoors. You're going to flip those down to lock these guys in place. And if I can get this done quick on the other side, we should be fine. Get out of here, Jelly. I think we're going to do it right in time. So this will lock these guys in place when they wake up, so they won't move around. And that will be perfect. And that's your trading hall part pretty much done. Miss an L over here, so we'll go put that in so this guy doesn't jump out of his bed. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Alright, now you just want to put a roof on this thing. I would just use bottom half slabs. Oh no! No, 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 no.
20 minutes later.
Alright, so we got that fixed again. So add back in my lighting block here. And you want to make sure you put a roof on this or you guys are going to be able to get out. So you're going to want a roof like that. All the way across. Same thing over here. All the way across. Just bring it all the way to the edge over here. Like that. I like to come out one more to give it a little lip. Just to add to the prettiness. You can use whatever blocks you want to build this. Just make sure they're in the same format. You got trapdoors down there. The bed's laid out just like that with their workstations in front. You can use whatever workstations you want here. Doesn't matter. Whatever you like to use. So I say now let's try to make it day and see if everything is good now, which it should be. So time, day. Enter. Perfect. They're all looking down. They can all see their working stations. That's how you know that they're locked in to their stations and they can refresh their trades. You see we just got another iron golem spawn. So right now we already have 2 iron golems spawning in this farm. So this is pretty awesome. So what's the next step? So the next step is to dig down 3 blocks. So I'm going to do that via command. You guys will actually have to dig it. Alright, so now we have our spawning area all dug out. I just went 3 down from the bottom of the village and did an 18 by 18 hole here, and that is perfect. That's all you need. So now we're just going to put half slabs all the way around this. Alright, so now we got the 2 by 2. You should be left with your 16 by 16 chunk inside of here. Now you want to build up the sides here. Let me push this guy back over here if I can. He's just going to be a pest, isn't he? You're going to need a water bucket, water source here. So, of course in creative I can just use a water bucket, but you're going to want a water source you can use. And all we're doing here is making full blocks. You can use actual full blocks if you don't want to use half slabs. Instead we can use these full blocks. Just go 2 up. Place your water. 2 up. I'm going to place your water there. Each corner you're going to do this. 2 up. Place your water. Perfect. 2 up. And that'll be each corner done. So the next thing I like to do, you can see this makes like a little triangle, and you can tell where the middle spots are right here. So I just like to put a half slab there. Or it may be easier to do it like this. What if we put a full block there? Perfect. So that tells me where my 2 center blocks are. And then just pour this water out on the ground. 3 from where the center is. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of those blocks. Same thing here. You can see the center's right there. Just put in any 2 blocks. Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Get rid of those blocks. Plop in our centers here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And one more side, and then we'll be done with our water streams. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Alright, you can see everything leads to that middle of that chunk, so that's perfect. Now the next step is to figure out where this middle is and figure out where do you want your entrance to be. So I think I'm going to put my entrance like right here maybe, if I can. So you're going to want an entrance underground to where this is. So this is at 32.7. So we probably need to go 4 or 5 blocks below that. So I'm just going to start my tunnel here. So we're already at 32. This is 31. 60. Or sorry, 32. 60. So let's see where this takes us. So here's the middle of this chunk. We'll know it will be 7 inside of this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should be somewhere up here. So there it is right there. Perfect. So eight blocks in, and that's our area where everything's going to get swept to. You may want to put some lighting blocks in here. Light this area up a little bit. Perfect. Alright, so now we need to build our killing chamber. So we're just going to give ourselves a little more room here. Alright, so I'm just going to build a little tunnel right here. Just in case you're 4x4. Let's see, we'll need a little more room here. And I would probably sprinkle in some light sources here as well. Just make sure mobs can't spawn down here. Alright, that's looking pretty nice. So at the bottom we want to put our chest. And we can open that through the glass. And then out this side we want to put our hoppers just straight in like that. And block to fix that. Let's keep it pretty here. So now what we need to do is decide what kind of killing mechanism you want. So we could do a lava blade, we could do the trident killer I showed you earlier. For this one I think we're just going to do a lava blade. Actually, we'll do the trident killer. Why not? It's pretty loud, so make up your mind on which one you want. Doesn't really matter. The trident killer will give you XP as well if you AFK down here. So that's 1+ for the trident killer. And you would probably want to build this 1 block lower, maybe. Doesn't really matter. Actually, let's go ahead and build it 1 block lower just to be safe. So I'm just going to do the same thing, but 1 block lower into the ground. Put our chest here. Perfect. Boom, boom. We'll knock this out so we can get to the chest. And just connect your glass in here. Alright, so we're going to put our trident killer right here. Boom, boom. Now we need sticky pistons is the next thing we need. Just going to break these for now. So grab you some sticky pistons. You're going to put 1 right here, 1 right here. Perfect. Place back in your glass. Okay. Almost. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to create the circuit for the sticky pistons. So what we're going to need for that is we're going to need redstone, we're going to need repeaters, we are going to need a lever, and we're going to need a building block. So let's find us a building block to use. I'm going to use the smooth stone. So you just want to place these repeaters right behind the blocks, put them on 1 tick behind each sticky piston. You can break this out here. You're going to run a hopper line through these right across like that. And we really don't even have to use blocks. We can just do this right here. Excuse me, up here. And then you're going to need a redstone torch like this. And that's going to create a clock. So that's going to move these these carpets back and forth, and then when you throw a trident on there, it's going to make a trident killer, and it's going to kill any ants that are there. But you probably want to add in this lever here to stop the system, and then we are going to grab a trident. So trident, and you're just going to throw. I like to throw about 4. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Let's grab our glass back so we can close this back in. So we just want glass there, 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 and there. Try not to grab those guys. Alright, you got your trident killer. Perfect. So now we need to go back up to the surface, and we need to break out the center so things can fall in here. Alright, that should push that llama in there. He's being pretty resistant here. I think it's because this guy's out here. So now they should all fall in there. Let's see if we can get this iron down. I don't think we can push him over there now. So I'm going to run a command to kill all these things. Hold on. Let's run kill type not equal villager. Did I do that wrong? It might be not villager. Oops. There we go. Alright, so everything is dead now. Now we should see only cats and everything spawn inside of that area. I'm also going to kill all the items, so type equals items. Maybe? There's an item. There we go. Alright, that gets rid of all that stuff. So now we should have, oh, that got rid of our tridents as well, so we'll have to throw our tridents back in there, that's fine. So you just want this little path down here so you can get back. Sometimes your tridents will get messed up anyway, so you'll want to be able to turn this off. Be able to throw your tridents back in here again. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. And then just turn this right back on. I'll kill that cat. We'll kill this cow now. Sorry, Jelly. Okay, perfect. So now you have your killing mechanism connected. You should see no cat should spawn over here or over there. So next thing you want to do is put a 2 high, actually 1 high is probably fine, perimeter glass all the way around this. So you'll see it comes up to the edge of that. All the way around. That way nothing can spawn on top of this glass. Yeah, you also may want to put half slabs here if you're going to do this. I would say put some kind of non-spawnable block. Let's just use smooth quartz stairs. So that way things can't spawn on these blocks, because that is a spawnable block. So you could get iron golems spawning there, or cats spawning there, which you don't want. And that's how we got this cat outside the farm. There you go. Now we'll run through. You can see all of our cats are spawning in that waterway, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want. Go back to our glass so things can't spawn on it. So again, we're making this 2x2 area so that nothing will spawn within the range of this village trading center. That way, no cats will spawn up here, no iron golems will spawn up here. All those spots are safe. Okay, so how do you get to your village now? So what you're going to want to do is grab some half slabs or some trapdoors. Whichever you prefer. Trapdoors will allow you to see down through the farm, but you can just use bottom half slabs if you like. So we're just going to grab any half slab. I'll use this one. And you're just going to place those all the way across. And this is a non-spawnable block, so nothing will be able to spawn up here. No cats, no iron golems. Which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. We got a little baby turtle over here. He's trying to get into our farm. That's cute. That's so cute. Yep, we're just going to close all this up. The other thing you could do if you wanted to still see in your farm and you don't want to use like trapdoors or anything, you could put glass blocks here if you like. If you prefer that. The only thing I don't like about that is when you come up to your trading hall, you'll be standing above the villagers, but if that doesn't bother you, you can put glass blocks here as well. So trapdoors, bottom slabs, or bottom trapdoors, bottom slabs, or glass will work here. So anything you choose. If you want to be able to see in your farm, that's a good way to do it. So now you can walk up to your villagers, you can trade with these guys, you can walk around this side. If you want to do it this way with glass, you can still trade with these guys. All of this is blocked. The only other bad thing about the glass is you can't really replace these easily. It's a little easier with a half slab or a trapdoor to be able to replace these different lecterns and things. But that is basically it, guys. That's your whole farm done. So I'm not sure if we've had any iron golems spawn yet. So let's check our chests. You can see you do get the XP from this. Yep, we got an iron golem. Perfect, guys. This is a working farm. So there you go, guys. This is a 1.12 Minecraft Bedrock, completely perfect working iron golem farm. So guys, use this in your world. Check it out and build it, and let me know how it works for you guys. I hope everything works great. So thanks so much for watching this, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great day and keep building.